That should be headphone
Headphone
El,
jack, whatever. Real thing.
headphone Elgato Wave 1.
Are you connecting your headphones to the Elgato mic on the back?
Yeah.
Okay, so select that.
Uh-huh.
That's it.
So now, all right. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, you can hear me?
Everybody can hear you for like the 1,000th time.
Oh, okay, good. So I'm good then. All right, cool.
You good?
All right.
You got it. Let's go back.
All right. Yeah, we're good then. All right.
Hey guys, what's going on? We're about to start the stream. How's the microphone been?
Oh yeah, boy. Yeah. And
You
then
sound good. You sound good.
got a special giveaway, I guess, right? Because we got an extra one.
Hey, yeah. No, special giveaway. We pay for this shit.
What? Okay.
Yeah. Let me start getting you guys together. Leave Bonnie is now following the lead. It's gonna be there in a second. Please stay right there. Go ahead.
Coming from live from the camera. My first. No more. Yeah, there's no more. We got the mic set up. We got the camera.
Yeah, you got it.
We got the capture card. We about to start streaming here soon.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun for you. It's gonna be fun.
Oh, and we got Streamlabs. On deck. Streamlabs, what is it? OBS.
I love it when y'all talk about things. I have no idea what
We lower the a little bit.
How you don't know about what we talking about?
I'm not a tech person.
Yeah. We just talking about certain weaves.
I actually don't know about that either.
Yeah.
I got my first one like 2 years ago. So I'm not that savvy with that either. I could get ripped off and I wouldn't even know.
What,
No. I got my first in 2016 because I was in Colorado.
So you got your first weave in 2016?
Yep.
Why don't I not? I don't believe that.
I don't care if you don't believe it, but it's the truth.
Is the chat open? Is the chat open? Because I want people to post in comments.
Yeah, the chat open, brother.
Yeah, I want to see if they believe if Lisa got her first weave in 2016.
It's the truth. It was because I was in Colorado and I was new to the state and it seemed very Caucasian and I didn't know that I would be able to get my hair done regularly because not only do I have black hair, but I got like the blackest of black hair. I mean, you have to have the specialist.
Can you push your camera away from you?
You want me to go a little further?
Oh, I thought you said Lisa.
Yeah. I want to know what's the blackest of black hair. That's what I want to know.
I got that 4C. That 4C.
That's what I want to know. What's the blackest of black hair?
I got that 4C. I got that straight off the slave ship hair. I got that Congo hair. So, but the weird thing about it, it's blonde. It's like a dark blonde, a brownish blonde. so it doesn't make any sense. It's complicated.
Do you hear this right now?
It's complicated.
No, it's not complicated. It sounds like you complicated.
I think Friday. Let's get complicated. Let's do this.
Yeah, I want you to complicate all this thing because how you have slave hair, but yet your joint is blonde.
it just be that way. But it's the truth. And so anyway, so that's why I got it in Colorado, because I was afraid like I wouldn't be able to get my hair done on a regular basis. And of course, extensions, you know, they last for months and months and months, and then I can always go home, get it redone, and then, you know, go back to Colorado. I was in Colorado for a year on business. So that's why I got it then. And I actually liked it. And now I am a fan of fake hair.
So
well,
when did you get
no, I'm sorry, not
diagnosed?
fake hair. Not fake hair, because I only buy human hair. So the hair is real. It's just not mine.
So tell me when was it popular for other animals, meaning human beings, to wear other animals, meaning other human beings hair on their head?
I don't know, because I didn't get it until 2016. I was completely out of the loop. I was completely slow. So I don't know.
Isn't that like a back in the day ritual thing? Like a cannibalistic type of.
Oh, and that's
tribal.
another thing. That's another thing, is I went natural. So before, I was getting my hair relaxed.
Just in case.
Oh, okay. I was getting my hair relaxed to chemically straighten my hair. For those out there that doesn't know what a relaxer is, I was chemically straightening my hair.
Mm-hmm.
But I figured, since I was going to get the extensions, why not go natural? So I went natural. And so now, fast forward, I have, that's how I have the 4C, because I went completely natural. It's my natural hair underneath. When I blow dry it straight, it's like this long. However, it only stays blow dried straight for like 30 minutes, because I live in a humid place.
Hey, look at the chat. Heavy water still.
Oh, I haven't even signed it. I'm sorry. I'm coming, heavy water. I'm coming.
He said it probably became a thing with chemotherapy.
Oh, you know what? Sean's brother, Jesse. So they're just naturally generous people.
No, you lost all your damn head. You became a bald head woman. That's what happened. You became a bald head Sphinx.
No, I did not do the big chop. No, I didn't do the big chop. I let it just grow out the chemically treated hair. I was too afraid to do the big chop. I'm not that secure.
Hey.
So I never did the big chop. I let it just grow out and out.
Hey, put that zombie back up. That's how she was looking.
No.
Put that zombie back on the screen. Her running across the screen.
No.
Anyways, welcome back to a long-awaited edition. Long-awaited edition. I would like to welcome my two greatest co-hosts, but how have you guys been here? How have you been this week?
Oh, there's no music.
Oh yeah. Let's do the intro. Intro, please,
No,
boss.
Yeah.
Can we get the intro? Yeah.
Let's start. You wanna start
Yeah. Let's go. Come on.
Let me hear you do something. Go on,
Hey, what's going on, my sexy YouTubers? This is another episode of RT365. I'm your host, actually your co-host, Diesel Litrend. To my left, we have RT365, the creator of the show. To my right, we have Lisa Escobedo. Welcome to the show. This is a long-awaited show, gentlemen and lady. Welcome back. Tell me what's on your mind. How you been?
Yeah, man. I've been working nights, man. Monday through Thursday, they got me working nights over there. You know, it's been a long way. Finally today, I was like, man, I'm just gonna work for like 2 hours. You guys must know my sleep times. We're in here.
I don't believe that. Okay.
Okay.
Diesel's like hand keeps going into my body on the
Yeah.
screen.
You can,
Miss,
yeah.
yeah,
And I'm so bright.
Miss Escobedo, how have you been? Please let's not interrupt anyone.
Me? I'm all right.
But what?
Guys, so you know one of the things that is being popping into a black Lanny, what's going on, brother? Thank you so much. Hey, while retracting all the messages, it's like hell. So one of the things that has been on my mind this week, man. You guys heard about Ricky Smiles? You know about Ricky Smiles, yeah?
Who?
Ricky Smiles
No.
Oh,
radio
Ricky
show.
Smiley.
Ricky Smiley.
Yes,
Oh,
Ricky
his daughter.
Smiley. Yes.
I forgot your accent is very heavy.
Yeah,
I forgot.
very heavy, man.
Yes.
So we saw that his we saw a beat. I saw a video of
Yeah.
his daughter doing it. I want to talk about it. Talk about the comments that he made about Black Lives Matters. You know, I want to talk about that. I want to address that. You know, from the father's standpoint of view. You know, because I was like, Ricky, you were doing so good. You were doing so good until he started talking about Black Lives Matters and X, Y, and Z. But I mean, I'm gonna let you guys start. You know, get us started so we can go ahead and then into
Yeah, I don't know what he said.
man, it's just heavy, man, heavy.
We got a lot of topics, man. So
Yeah.
how are we gonna do this? We got a lot of topics to talk about.
Why you go ahead, shoot one. What you got? You know, I got some of the things that you guys sent me over these past days. You know, shoot me what you got. You know, posting. You know,
Let's do the Ricky. We can do the Ricky. Let's do Ricky first.
We can do Ricky first.
Ricky!
Okay, let's get it.
Oh, it's Richie, not Ricky. You were doing La Bamba?
I'm calling Ricky.
Oh, I thought you were doing La Bamba. Never mind. I'm sorry. La Bamba, you know, when Bobble yells out Richie. How can, I mean, it's like a great movie. La Bamba.
Lisa, where do you buy your jokes at?
It wasn't a joke. I thought you were doing La Bamba. How could you not see the Richie Valens
we're about,
story?
hey, all right, gentlemen. All right, that's it. We'll see you guys next week. Wrap the show. Thanks.
I thought you were legit doing La Bamba.
All right, we're gone, guys. All right, see you guys later.
Yeah. So, so let me start with Ricky Smiles. You know, so, you guys can see right here. Yesterday morning to the radio show in Houston. You know, I mean, you know, I listen to it. You know, when I'm not listening to Rich
Rush Limbaugh.
I'm listening to this guy or listening to all of them. So, you know, this is my point, right? So I'm gonna talk about Black Lives Matter here because I know you guys want to know what's going on with this stuff. I gotta tell you, the day after his daughter got shot, he posted a video on YouTube, and then I was aware of the situation. Okay, and that's when I was like, with you, brother, you know, with you, you know, with you, you know, I love you, you know, praise to your daughter. But let me go over the things right that I want to share with you. First thing is that I got a question, and my question is: Black Lives Matter care about all Black lives? Because
no,
from a point of view, Lisa, let me tell you, from a point of view, I don't think they do. I don't think that they do care about that. You know, I read today their mission statement, which I'm very concerned about. That mission statement that they have looks like they got that mission statement out of a book of Germany Nazi. You know, Nazi Germany. Yeah, I mean it's crazy. They're trying to. I mean, I'm gonna get into that. I don't want to get demonetized again. But yeah, I mean, what kind of organization only cares about police brutality? Because when it comes down to everything that I read, everything that they've been posting, everything that they following, everything that they've been supporting, if it's not about black being killed by white police officers, it's not an issue for Black Lives Matter. It's just not an issue. Let me tell you something, Lisa. I saw another guy, another creator on YouTube. He goes to the beach. He won. He goes to the beach and start asking younger individuals, "Hey, how many people, how many black people have the police killed within the last week?" And everybody, 1,000. Oh, 2,000. Oh, 500. Everybody giving this kind of numbers. And then, do you know how many black Americans got killed last year due to police brutality? Do
I
you know?
believe it was like 12,
It was nine.
9.
Nine.
So that
Nine.
means it was white people that were 12. I know more white people got killed
Yeah.
by police
Police
than
brutality.
black people, but it was like by 1 or 2 or something like that.
Adisa, you're working with that zoom right there with that. You gotta switch to manual focus. If you see right there next to your nose, you see that little square. That's where the focus is. So you gotta click on the touch screen. Click on
All
leave
right.
it there, leave it there. Click on the touch screen on your face. On the touch screen.
Oh,
You
right
gotta
there.
you
I don't
gotta
like all
right
this
there.
stuff is black and
Hey
black.
Diesel, do this right here. Do this right here. Put the fence for you, how you put your face like this. And then take it out. Boom. There we go. Focus.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So 9 people got killed last year out, from police officers, not black individuals. And then I'm like, why people have that misconception? Okay, people have great misconception. And now when I'm going to talk to you guys, what I have prepared for the show today. This is what I got prepared for the show today. So blacks die out of homicide 13 times the rate of white people. Okay, 13 times the rate. And we're talking about people from the age of 10 to 43. If you don't believe me, go to the CDC website. You will see the numbers there. Okay? I was I was mind blown when I saw them. Mind blown. I'm like, what's going on? Uh, uh, Heavy waters, you are correct. You are correct. Okay? But that's what we're talking about because if there aren't pointing out the officer will be something. Uh, that's the problem. That's the problem, and that's why cops are in minority neighborhoods. Okay, do you understand that the reason why more cops are in those type of neighborhoods or black neighborhoods, as we call it, why they have such a big presence? Do you know why? Because more crimes are committed on those neighborhoods. Homicides. Okay,
Mhm.
it's crazy. Police kill about 1,000 people per year. You know, quarter
Okay.
1,000 people per year. That's a big number. I think on a even on a community that we live in the United States where we have 360 some million people, 1,000 people to me is an exaggerated number. I think it should be under 100. I would say zero, but I think 100 will be something more that people will be at ease.
Hmm.
Um, but out of those 1,000 people that police officers kills every year, what of them are blacks? 250. How that makes you feel when you hear that? Again, those numbers coming from the CDC. How that makes you feel, guys?
Um, well, I mean, I I knew all of this. That's why I don't subscribe to the hype that you see on TV or the chants um, that are given to us by the left. I don't subscribe to any of that.
How about you, Diesel?
Uh, this is all new information to me. So, as of this year, or as of the last couple of months, so um, I'm disappointed that, like I said, I'm disappointed that all of this information has been hidden from us. That the facts uh, have been messed up. Has been decoded, not decoded. What is it? It's not decoded.
Distorted.
Distorted. It has been distorted because I'm taking a class in Excelsior. That's
Oh
what I
yeah.
think it's called, right? Excelsior. And it's called Science in Today's World. And the first topic was how the media distorts what scientists really say. And I was like, that's impossible. You know what I'm saying? Because science is true, science is whatever. They went into like a study where X amount is for ads, X amount is for for experiments, X amount is for this. And they went into detail and said sometimes media, they will take out keywords, right? Because they think, oh, this is not important.
Okay.
Let me just take this word out. Let me take out this example, because they think that the population won't get it, won't understand. And by doing that, they change the whole premise of whatever the scientist or whatever the experiment produced.
Mhm.
For example, we are seeing this with the whole corona uh, pandemic. Um, and I'm not trying to shoot Trump. I'm not trying to choose sides, but we're seeing it with that whole era. And the scientist is saying one thing, and Trump is saying the other thing. And he's like, "Nah, I'm telling you, this is it's getting worse." And Trump's like, "Nah, we're good, man. We're straight. We're seeing the best numbers that we're ever seeing. We're ever seeing." And then the media, all right, I'm not choosing sides, but the media is saying one thing, and then the scientist is coming back and saying, "Hold up, I didn't say that. I said X, Y, and Z." Because Trump has to bring the scientists back on stage and say fake news, and tell them exactly what you said. So it's crazy.
So,
No, go
oh,
ahead.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
Well, Diesel, the coronavirus is new, right?
No,
The coronavirus is new. It's a novel coronavirus.
the coronavirus is a cousin of SARS.
Okay, but the coronavirus is new. COVID-19 is new, correct?
Yeah.
So the only way for you to tell if you are doing good, bad, or ugly on something that's new is you have to compare it to something that is similar to it, right? Like that's the best way to determine if you're doing good or not, right?
Okay.
So how I look at it is I compare it to other pandemics, similar respiratory infections that has plagued our country. And I compare those numbers to the coronavirus, and then that will determine if should I be overly concerned or not.
Right.
And in comparing it to things that we have already experienced, I am not at all concerned about the coronavirus because with the flu, which is a respiratory infection, just like the coronavirus, with the flu has inoculations. The flu has treatments. And with that, the death rate is similar to that of the coronavirus. So that means the flu is deadlier because without inoculations and without treatment, the flu would kill more people, right? But with it, it still is on par with the coronavirus, where there is no inoculations, where there is no treatment. So
I'm not going against about the deadly rate of whatever the flu is. I'm going against what the media is saying one person is saying, and how they're twisting people's words, and how they can distort the truth, and how they can take a model of whatever we take. Because what's a model? When we look at a model, right? A model is always wrong. So when we look at a weather model, when we look at a model of pollution or whatever, it's always wrong. What makes a model of whatever we're looking at is able. Let me see. let me see what makes a model. What makes a model skillful, right, is the ability to be able to provide more information that you wouldn't have previously possessed. So if I can possess information that I wouldn't have had before,
right,
based off of whatever model that you would have given me, that makes that model skilled. And sometimes what I'm saying, media, what they will do is they will leave out some of the key information in that model, which would make it invalid model, and then they will say, well, this person put this model out, and this is why this person is invalid, and this is why. That's what makes this person trash, when in actuality this is not that person's body of work. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Right. But I was just talking about how, like, the medical people say one thing and Trump says another. Is I think that the medical people are looking at the models, and Trump is looking at logical thinking. So they're both right, but from a different perspective.
So, like I was saying, guys, I keep asking. I know we're talking about other topic right here, but let's go back to the Black Lives Matter movement. Okay, let's talk about Black Lives Matters. One
of the things do matter, though.
I'm talking about the organization.
Brown lives matter. Black lives matter. My life matters.
What about white lives matters too? Yeah.
White lives? Of course they matter.
Of course they matter. Okay.
I mean, there's a lot of dates I wouldn't be able to go on without them.
So anyway, let me get back to the point, guys. From the beginning, I've been saying that Black Lives Matters don't care about all Black lives. Okay. And then I'm gonna make you an analogy at the end, and then I will want some answers. Maybe if you guys want to comment or so on this. But do you know that out of the 75 larger cities in the United States, okay, Blacks are 15% of the population of all those cities. Okay, they compose in each city up to 15% of the population, but they account for 60% of all homicides and robberies, and their victims are overwhelmingly, as a whole, are Blacks. How that make you feel? So it's crazy.
Hey, man. Hey, don't come my way with that, man.
I'm serious. This
first of all, because you ain't prepared me to do my research.
No. I'm telling you, this is the reason why I'm bringing this up. Because when I saw Ricky Smiley, Richie Smiley,
Ricky Smiley.
So when he posted his first, let me take you to the conversation of he got with his baby daughter. By the way, she's 19. You know how she got shot? She was out on her 19th birthday, going to Whataburger to pick up some food. This guy got money, so his daughter got money. She was going to Whataburger out of all the places she can go with her boyfriend. And then let's listen to this.
You so strong, your dad, he raised a soldier for sure. And we just happy that you still here with us. We blessed and we love you, man.
Her mother, Tamika. Good morning, y'all.
Good morning.
Put up, Steve.
Good morning.
Hey, Aaron, good morning.
Hey, Aaron. Morning. How are you, honey?
Aaron?
This is the daughter.
Can you hear me?
Hey, guys,
Hey.
I can hear you guys now.
Hey, honey, how you feeling?
Morning.
I'm okay. Good morning, guys.
Oh, we love you so much. We love you so much, and we so glad you're okay. And we just you so strong. Your dad, he raised a soldier for sure. And we just happy that you still here with us. We blessed and we love you, man.
How you feeling today, Aaron?
I'm
She's coming in and out.
I'm okay. I'm happy to be alive. I'm praying for those that have actually, had to give their life to gun violence.
Right now, I'm gonna recap for you guys because this is a 10-minute long radio interview. Pretty much what they've been saying, both her father and her, is, "Don't worry about me. I'm okay." That's it. That's it. Worry about the people that got killed over the weekend. We're talking about the 3-year-old, the 8-year-old babies that got killed in Chicago. But out of all these situations, there hasn't been no one worry about what is Black Lives Matters doing. Is Black Lives Matters doing a protest in Chicago right now? And let me tell you something. I brought the same topic to an individual that works with me, and he told me he went to me. He's like, but Black Lives Matters what mission is not about black violence. Black Lives Matter mission is on injustice to Black Lives Matters, to Black lives. And I'm like, okay, so I think that's an injustice. So I start digging into, Google. I went to the CDC, I went to FBI, org, all these websites, and everything that I can see is like, but how many? Because I really thought that, like 1,000 people got killed last year, Black Americans, by the police. I'm being ignorant, I'm looking into and then I was like, 9 people, and this is unarmed Black individuals, and I'm like, this can be possible, And then I look at it again. And then I asked a coworker, can you look it up for me? And he's like, yeah, 9 people. I'm like, wait a second. Why Black Lives Matters is collecting all this money, trying to cover in a sky of rain, they only trying to cover one little tiny teeny drop, And like I say, 9 lives to me is way too many lives. But at the end of the day, with the money that they get and the support that they get from the public, they should be out there, trying to hit every single topic, So this guy comes to me, it's like, that a doctor that treats for cancer, if you have a problem with your heart, he's not going to go there and treat you because he cares about cancer. And, a brain surgeon, he's not going to go to you if you got cancer because you need a brain surgeon. And then I told him, so if Black Lives Matters to these individuals, we're talking about that, anything that happened to Black people should be taken care, or we should change the names of Black Lives Matters to police brutality / matters, And I was like, this is what I spend my day doing today, other than doing other things with my daughter, X, Y, and Z, like trying to do some real, like Diesel is talking about, how some people in the media, they just put BS on the newspaper, whatever the case may be, and then it's like things that we cannot use for college papers. You cannot put a reference or do a citation to some kind of paper, some crazy paper that you can find online. You got to find that the source is legit. And then it just bothers me that BLM institution is not targeting every single act of violence, instead of putting all these billions of dollars into politicians, Democrats, by the way, what I'm saying to them is like, go ahead and put some of that money into some Republicans' pockets, because that's the way politics works, and start trying to lobby for some more aggressive laws. If you go kill a 3-year-old daughter or kid, you will get life in prison. If you randomly shoot your weapon, because of crime or drugs, you will get 100 years. Because I put myself in the shoes of Rick Smiley guy, and then I was like the first video. I mean, I'm gonna put a link on the description below so you guys can see the first video that he posted about the situation. The first couple of minutes, you can see that he was mentioning how he was like helpless, his daughter is in another state, he's trying to find answers, and as a father, you'd be like, what the heck is going on, Papi? Thank you. Yeah. So, and I put myself in that situation, and I was like, my grandson got me a lollipop. Thank you, Papi.
Aww.
So, I'm like, I mean, these people need to get their act together. They cannot just be choosing whatever is easy to sensationalize. That's the right word? Sensationalize?
Sensationalize.
Sensationalize. Just so they can make another $1 million, because that's what they're doing. Every time a white cop kills a black man, they go over there full power. They put all this money. I mean, that's how social media works, by the way. You know, every time you get something from Black Lives Matter 10 times in your history feed, somebody from Black Lives Matters is paying for those ads. Okay, it's called ad revenue for a reason. So I mean, I was like destroyed. And these girls right here being shot. She's a survivor of gun violence, and they can. I mean, they are. This is the point that I see about these guys. They are in the public eye. You know. And they cannot go out there and say, Black Lives Matters, you need to take care of people like me as well. Just listen to the shit.
Died because of it. I'm just happy to be here. Didn't get much sleep. They come in at all times of the night.
Yeah.
Poking and prodding, taking blood and rewrapping my leg and stuff like that.
Yeah. Do you remember what happened? You want to tell everybody what happened?
Sure. Let's see if I can get through it without crying.
You don't have to.
And that's her father, rather. You know, you don't have to. You know, daddy's trying to take care of the baby. You know, I put myself in that situation. I got to put a pause so we don't get demonetized. Like I'm saying, guys, this is crazy. You know, because they're in the public eye. They are so afraid to call out Black Lives Matter, because they know as soon as they say, "Oh, Black Lives Matter is bullshitting," with, you know, with whatever the money we send them every year, you know. Just listen to this shit, man. I'm telling you.
No, it's all right. I can say it. Just, you know, not the burger. That was it. So we got in the car. We were on the highway maybe for like 5 minutes. We got off the highway. We were waiting at a red light. We were gonna turn left. There was a car already in the middle, and then a car comes up in the very right lane, and people just they just started shooting. They were shooting at the car in the middle, but clearly their aim wasn't, you know, top tier, because I got hit. The car in front of us, they got hit. I think there was a car behind us that also got hit, and that was it.
So when did you realize you was hit?
You want me to be honest, Dad? I thought that they were shooting fireworks. Like, when they got out the car, I didn't register like they're about to shoot people. You know, I thought like, oh, these are just some dumb kids that are about to like.
This is for you guys to see. This is so normal for her as a part of the society, you know, that seeing guys walking around with guns is like, oh, fireworks, you know, something simple, you know. Maybe she you know, maybe seeing a group of guys walking towards a car to her, you know, translate as they're just there, you know, they're playing, you know. But guess what happened instead? You know, these guys end up shooting vehicles, innocent lives. I mean, I think I've taken too much time of this, you know, I think 25 minutes talking about this situation, but I have to bring it up, man. I really think that Black Lives Matters, the same way they put money on the pockets of these Democrats, stupid dumbasses who pass no laws to protect people like me, Hispanic lives, you know, Black lives, they don't put no money to help, you know, survivors or you know. I just don't get it. I really don't get it. I mean, Black Lives Matters, if you're going to call yourself Black Lives Matters, you need to be defending every single situation that happened to Black Lives Matters, okay? I mean, if no, why send them money? If no, why, you know, pledge the lead, you know, play up to Black Lives Matters, whatever, you know? It's just, guys, should I shut up?
Yes.
No.
Okay, done. Go ahead, your mic's yours, bro. Go ahead.
No, I think you shut up because it's definitely ran by. We already talked about it. It's ran by what is it, Sean King, and he's suspect. The charlatan, yeah, the charlatan that we already talked about. We don't know what his origin is.
We do.
Which is a white man.
Yes.
There we go.
So
he's like a white man posing, just like Kaepernick.
Hey. So what is it? Tropic Thunder?
Tropic Thunder.
We got Tropic Thunder out here.
Yeah.
No.
I'm a white dude pretending to be a black dude.
No.
Disguise as
Yeah, it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. Come on now. I don't want anybody to bring up Tropic Thunder anymore with regards
First
to
of
all
all,
of this mess.
first of all, Robert Downey Jr. and Tropic Thunder was a amazing movie. It wasn't racist.
No,
it was comedic. It was a comedic genius on that part. But what I'm saying was the fact that Sean King is down to his haircut. He's trying to play like he got waves. I mean, and then now you talking about Black Lives Matter, but what Black Lives Matter?
It's like I was talking about on Parler earlier today, is that they shouldn't be called Black Lives Matter. They should be forced to change their name to occasionally Black Lives Matter, or maybe Black Lives Matter sometimes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
No. I think they matter.
I think Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, there you go.
No, they matter. They matter.
Yes.
You know, all lives matters. You know, I mean, and let me be on. I'm on board with you guys with Black Lives Matters. You know, yeah, I think that they've been suffering a bunch of injustice over the years. 100% agree. Should white people today be prosecuted because their ancestors that they probably can't even mention, or they're not even on their tree of life because their DNA comes from, you know what I mean? We should not be just calling everybody racist in America. Just because you're white now you're racist. It doesn't make any sense.
No.
If that's the case, then Nancy Pelosi is racist, because I'm pretty sure not only her father but her brother did tributes to people of the Confederacy by erecting statues and paintings in the city of Baltimore, the
crazy
wherever the mayor's house is. So if that's the case, then I need Nancy Pelosi to open up hers and give me reparations, because obviously you guys are slave-loving people.
Why do you need reparations?
Oh, I want my reparations. I don't care what the white man's gonna do. I don't care what Trump's gonna do. I don't care what they're gonna do. Let me tell you, man.
But if they're giving them out, I mean, she can open up her purse and give it to me.
I want my reparation. I don't want to pay no taxes out of them, I'm telling you. I got Indian on my blood, I got black on my blood, and it's over 50% on both of them. Both of them makes 50% or more. So I want my money. I'm
You're
telling
gonna
you.
get your DNA test.
I got it done already.
Go to the
my money.
Congress building and say, "Look, here's my test. Give me my paycheck."
I'm the last king.
That's how Native Americans get money. You know that, right? They have to submit to a blood test, and depending on how much Native American you are, will determine how much money they get.
There being studies done. There being studies done about it.
Yeah. So,
multiple studies on reparations.
But it's
Diesel,
true
if you go to a library.
That is how you can go to the
see.
Bureau of Indian Affairs in .gov, BIA.gov.
No,
and
even
it is true. That is how they determine how much money each Native American gets every year. Not tribe, individual. They get a check individually every year.
Yeah, amen. I want my money. I want my money. I don't care.
They just have to be registered. You have to register with the tribe. So you can't just wake up and say, "Oh, I'm Indian." You have to register with the tribe.
But that worked. Nancy Pelosi worked for her,
Wait a minute. Wait a damn minute.
Yeah.
What part of you is Indian?
He's Puerto Rican. They are the original melting pot.
We are.
Yes.
Taino Indians. Yes. It's crazy. More
Taino?
Taino, T-A-I-N-O. Yeah.
That's the native people of, well, they don't even exist anymore, right? Aren't they all like gone?
Let me put it to you this way, when the white man came to Puerto Rico, okay, they call it La Borinqueña, okay, and then like other slaves, they got to live in plantations and then do their thing. Right now we got the NBA, amen to that. In Puerto Rico, the Indians, they were slaughtered. Mm-hmm. How many of you are here? 7,000. Have a good day. Single line, get this single line, get this blanket. serious. Single line. Get this blanket. We're gonna keep the
So
woman.
you're like, F you, Native Americans.
We're
all gone. We
it was
got
gone.
slaughtered.
It was
So
gone.
quit your boo-hooing. Is that what you're
That's-
saying?
That's the reason why the founding fathers start, thinking about, the island, and then we got the war, so we can get liberated from, this. I mean, it's crazy. I want my money. Trump,
Well,
I'm voting for you.
well,
I
hold
want my
on
money.
now. Hold on. If anybody owes Puerto Rico reparations, it would be Spain. Because it wasn't until the 1900s that you guys became a US
But then,
territory.
no, you gotta
We have
blame
nothing
America.
to do with y'all until the 1900s.
No, you blame
So
America.
You need to go knock on Spain's door and ask them for
Okay. So if we do it that way, so America, the U.S. doesn't owe nothing to Black Americans. We got to ask the people from Portugal, because everything started with the Portuguese colonization. That's when slavery started. So okay, I go claim to Spain. Black people's claim to Portugal. Let's see who gets more money.
But I think the Indians though were slaughtered by the Spanish conquistadors. Yes, the Portuguese brought over slaves, but prior to that, because you're claiming I'm this, that, and a third. So if you want to start with the Indian population, you have to start with Spain.
Okay. All right. Look here. All right. Next topic. Okay.
Next topic. We got
We're
our money.
gonna go
What you got
to
our money?
the Tyrone Magnus topic. Was actually from CNN, and they want to. There's a lot of words that are going to get.
This is the Tyrone. That's the one that you sent it earlier today.
There's a lot of words that are problematic, and they're going to get blacklisted, and even the word blacklisted is going to get changed because
We're talking about this. Oh my god!
Yeah, you got it. Blacklist right here. It's on the screen, bro.
Negative connotation.
This whole topic is a negative connotation.
You're a negative connotation, and you drinking whatever you're drinking is a negative connotation.
Water? It is from a zero water filter, so
You're a zero water filter.
So blacklist is gonna be eradicated from the Webster dictionary.
Look,
and
man,
people will be fine if they say blacklist or Black Friday.
who's going to find me? It's America. I have freedom of speech. You can't fine me for saying something.
hey, how about you go outside there without your mask too, Lisa? Just be a whole.
I go outside without my mask every single day.
Yeah.
I go into stores without a mask.
So Blackbird.
Because
What
I'll
about-
be darned putting on a mask. I put on a mask one time, and it was like all brown on the inside from my makeup.
What about Blackjack? Is Blackjack gonna be
So
taken
fuck
off?
that. Come get me, Corona.
Oh, okay.
Come get me, Corona.
So let's take the ignorance out of this. Let's take the ignorance out of this because this is my topic.
There we go.
And
Blackwaters, yeah.
so a little bit about this topic
Tell me.
is because there's a video I posted to, because I'm gonna look at the video before I read some dang on article. But I read the article and I looked at the video too. But pretty much, besides the word blacklisted, because you have blacklisted and you got whitelisted, in tech terms, I guess, right? So blacklisted is usually when things are not allowed in tech terms, right? You have something not allowed, they say blacklisted. When something is allowed, you say whitelisted. And so in today's time, they say that's a little racist, that's a little racist. So what they're gonna say you're gonna have allowed and not allowed, something like that. And then also in tech terms, you have something called masters and slaves, like masters and slaves when it comes to technology.
You got this.
They're gonna take all that out. They're gonna take all of that out.
We already argued about this term, master.
They're gonna take all of that out, master. They're gonna take all of that out.
This movie is like it's literally my
God.
favorite movie. It's my favorite movie.
Why is it in the background like that?
I
Oh
love
my
this
gosh.
movie. I don't think that there's any
Hold
movie
up.
funnier than this.
This is definitely a challenge for me right now.
Keep going, Diesel. You got this.
And then, right, for the master bedroom, right?
Oh, the master. That.
So-
yeah.
They were talking about the master bedroom. They weren't really saying that it was a racist thing, right? But they were saying at the time, right, the master bedroom, they're just gonna go ahead and change it because master, just being called master, it doesn't really, at the time of that era, slavery was prominent. So
Okay.
they're gonna go ahead and change it and call it the larger room.
Oh my gosh.
Or the larger room, or the larger room or something. And they're also going to change. Stop. This is my topic. Don't interrupt. The PGA tournament. When the Green Coast, they call it the Masters. They're going to change that also. It's not going to be called the Masters anymore. There's also a couple of words people call the. I think it's called the. What is it called? Hold on.
Hey, let me hit you up with something. Let me hit you up with something before you go into that.
The
Go
Peanut
ahead.
Gallery.
What is that?
The Peanut Gallery is the phrase typically referred to the cheap seats in theaters and is usually used to describe the critics or hecklers. When someone is in the Peanut Gallery, it implies that certain group of commentators is rowdy or is informative. This term dates back the era of the 19th century and refers to the section of the theater where Black people typically sat. So that is going to be taken away. Cakewalk.
What is that?
It's what they call an easy victory. The cakewalk.
Are you gonna go through the whole list?
No. Just the key points.
Yeah.
Cakewalk originated as a dance performed by enslaved Black people on plantation before the Civil War.
Okay.
It intended to be a mockery of the way white people dance.
Oh.
And then the last one was I'm going to go over. There's many more, so you guys should just read this article. Lynch mob is the racist roots of phrase are hidden in plain sight, though it evolved into an umbrella term of unjust attack. Lynch mob originated as hordes of people, most always white, who tortured and killed Black people.
Oh wow. Okay.
So I mean, it's a lot of good informative information if it's factual. So just do your fact checks, and it's a good read.
The one thing I want to say about that is they're not gonna leave our dialect. They're not gonna leave our vocabulary. They're gonna stay there, but I think they will be moved from the actual dictionary, like the Webster, and they will fall under the how you call these sort of dictionary that we have, Slank's dictionary.
Right.
So it's just gonna move the category, But let me show you something.
Where the hell are we?
So there you go, Lisa. Eat that.
Yes,
Okay, so
How do you know that? How you sure?
Take a look at this.
first of all,
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm not feeling
Next
so
topic,
good right
Lisa.
now. Seriously, my skin hurts.
I don't get a rebuttal.
Milk from the peanut gallery.
You're
Into the water,
scared
lady.
debater?
No, man. Let me
Yes,
take a
I
look.
Chicken.
am.
Quick.
Listen,
Yes,
listen,
I
listen.
am.
Fresh as a man.
But God,
I'm
but
being the
God,
trail donkeys.
I'm a
Acting
dude
like you some
pretending
one-man
to be.
GPS. God
Guys,
damn it. We lost. We fucking super lost, man. Tell him, McCluskey. Tell him
Oh
what time
my
it is.
gosh,
I don't believe you
this
people.
is so good. Look at this man. In
What
the
do you
back.
mean, you people?
What do you
He's so
mean?
confident
you
going
people?
around.
I think
Look how he's
what
holding-
Tuck means is you
No,
people,
look at
you
his ass,
actors,
man.
you people.
Look at that
Oh,
beating.
look at him. Look at him. Look at him.
Chill. All right? Just chill it.
He plays them so well, though. He plays them so well. Look.
Oh shit, my bad, guys. My bad.
Oh, I thought that was a special effect.
No. Let's get back to the flag. Let's get back to Lisa. Let's go back with your rebuttal.
Okay.
Rebuttal.
So first of all, they need a dictionary because the term master can be a noun, a verb, and an adjective. It does not.
Adjective. You're an adjective. Damn it.
Okay. So referring to the golf game, the tournament masters, it just means that they are successful at that craft, that they have completed it, that they have beat it, they have finished it, they have mastered the golf game.
I'm doing my master's degree right now.
That's what that means. That's a verb. They have mastered the golf game. It has zero to do with slavery. It just means that they have beat it. They have finished it. They have completed it. Then you have the master bedroom. The master bedroom is an adjective. Just means the predominant room, the larger room. That's what it is. It's an adjective. A master describes what type of bedroom it is. It's an adjective, has zero to do with slavery. Okay. And then you go to the noun master. Okay. But what do people do in BDSM? BDSM is there's even a master slave contract in that activity. So are people no longer going to be able to get their kink on because they are forbidden to use those terms?
Okay. All right. Stop. All right. So the according to the article, all right. Well, let's start with your master of golf or whatever. Right. So it says here, for decades, the Augusta National Golf Club required that all caddies be black. Right. And that also banned black golfers from the master tournament until 1975. So that's where the whole.
What did you just say though? It banned them from the what?
The master tournament.
So you mean to tell me that they had the tournament?
So
they had the tournament.
It originated as a tournament where you can only be white and the caddies can only be black.
But that has nothing to do with a master and a slave.
So
that is the name of the tournament. It's like a master craftsman.
It says Parker argues the name invokes slave masters in the U.S. South, especially given the history of golf course where it's held for decades, right? And so they argue, right? They were arguing that it doesn't invoke whatever. They were arguing that stuff, right? So it's up for debate.
It has zero to do with slavery.
It could be up for debate.
I mean, so what about that? What about that show Ink Masters? Are they just they can't be called Ink Masters? They have to be Ink. I'm the best of my craftsters.
You don't have.
They can't be Ink Masters. They have to be Ink best of my craftsters.
Well, like I said, they're changing a lot of stuff. So
like that's completely dumb. Not everything has to do with slavery. Okay. Not everything has to do with black people. Not everything has to do with white people.
The
Sometimes
Masters in
things
Augusta,
are just things.
They started in 1933.
Well, that's way after slavery.
You know what? Give it. I gotta give it to Diesel. I'm not saying that. Because he got a point. If those facts, if we check that and it comes to be true, where most white people just play golf, due to whatever society, and then they require to have black caddies.
But that's not why it's called the Masters.
So all right.
That's not why it has nothing to do with the black caddies.
Okay,
it's not why it's called the Masters.
All right. So I'm providing you with evidence, and you can go ahead and do it whatever you want.
Yeah.
So if you read the article,
why it's called the Masters.
I'm reading the article. All right, and I'm gonna go into master bedroom a little bit more, and it says, I'm just gonna skim over. It's here. You guys can read it on your own leisure.
Yeah.
Okay, it's here. Okay. And pretty much what it says, and I'm not gonna cut it, so I'm just getting my point across. I'm gonna read a little bit, right? So a master bedroom typically refers to the largest bedroom in the house, often accompanied by a private bathroom. Okay, nationally, 42% of the current property listing by Zillow uses the term master in reference to a bathroom or a bath, right? The phrase master bathroom first appeared in 1926 Sears catalog, according to the Real Estate blog. Okay, referring to the large second floor bedroom with a private bathroom. Master bedrooms were more widely implemented in Americans' home after World War II, intended to give working parents a private space with their own homes. While it's unclear whether the term rooted in American slavery on plantation, it invokes that history now because of its slavery era connotation. Some members of the real estate industry are now calling to retire the term master. So regardless to what, they're saying that although they don't know where it originated from, now that they're able to make a change, let's go ahead and change it. That's all I'm saying.
Why would they need to change something that has no relation to racial issues?
If I call you, Lisa, if I call you the N-word and say, you know what? The N-word doesn't mean the N-word in where I'm from. But
the master with referring to a bedroom has never, ever meant master
Lisa,
and slave.
I'm talking
ever.
Right, so
you just told me it first appeared in Sears catalog talking about the large bedroom.
Explain to me what master.
Master as an adjective is describing the larger.
Explain to me what a master and slave in technology mean.
In technology, I don't know about technology. I'm talking about real.
I literally told you two words: master and slave.
That's technology or people. I don't understand why you're saying technology.
In technology. It's in
what technology. Master and you're gonna have to explain that to me. What does master and slave have to do with technology?
What is master and slave?
That makes some sense. You know, when you put it in into a computer item, like a master and the slave. You know, yeah.
I don't understand what it means. What does it have to do with technology? And if it has to do with technology, like as in computers and stuff, wasn't around during slavery.
What is it? What does it do? What is a master?
I'm asking you because I don't know.
Rick. I'm asking Rick.
Yeah, so a master will give you access to anything. You know, it's something that will give you access or we enable anything.
Like a master key.
What does a slave do?
So it's a description. It's an adjective.
The slave just helps transport or guide or point you towards a direction or it's like a meaning of travel, but you have to use it in order to move from one point to another.
So that's technology. Back to the bedroom, which is what we were discussing.
Could be heat, could be anything.
Way to deflect.
Are you serious?
We're talking about a bedroom. I don't know why. I was hoping this would. Lisa, I hope this was gonna connect back to the bedroom, but it did.
How many times have you used the master bedroom?
What does the master bedroom have to do with slavery? You just told me that it was first used in a Sears catalog to describe a larger room. Considering that the term master in that scenario is an adjective.
I bet you if I put a camera.
Do you know that you are a master and you can refer to yourself as the master by you being the male, the male of the house, the man of the house. You are the master of the house. It is just like on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air when the butler would talk to Carlton, he would always refer to him as Master Carlton. And that's a black guy talking to a black guy. It's because the term master has at least 9 different meanings, and it depends on how you use it. Not everything has to do with slavery. Okay, nine different meanings.
First of all, that master
and
stuff,
only one of them has to do with slavery.
That master
so if
stuff
you're not
was
talking about slavery, guess what?
that master stuff was
So
all that master
unless
stuff.
you're talking about slavery,
All
it
that
has nothing to do
master
with slavery.
stuff, all that master stuff was rooted in slavery. That's all I'm saying right there.
That's not
all
true.
All that
because
master stuff was
are
rooted.
you kidding? Oh,
That was
you act like the world started when
was in the
America
South.
had slaves.
That was in the South, bro.
No.
That was
You
all in the
act like
South.
the world did not start when slaves came to America. So
Okay.
no, the term master is not rooted in slavery.
First
That
of
is
all-
a bold-faced lie.
First
How
of
are
all-
you just going to redefine the English language?
First of all, it was
The world
it
did
was
not
called-
start when America got slaves.
First of all, it's called massa. It was called massa.
Oh my gosh.
Whatever you want to say, massa.
That is some highly overly
Hey,
sensitive
hey,
bull
Benny.
crap.
Hey, Benny said, "Shut up, Lisa." That's
I
what Benny said.
I could care less.
Benny said, "Shut up."
I could care less.
So let's
Like
go
I
back.
said, that is some highly oversensitive bullcrap.
Benny said, "Shut up."
I'm sorry.
So
I'm sorry.
so I'm looking at the word master's origin, okay? And the origin of the word master comes from Latin, from magister or magister, okay? Which back then is like a judge,
Oh, a magistrate. Okay.
yeah. And then so it doesn't come from anything, historically, it could be used as a lord or overlord, ruler, monarch,
Like me.
teacher, expert,
Yeah. A master. A
original
karate teacher.
movie, masterpiece.
Masterpiece.
That's making me say, but nah.
Is he going to be forced to change his name?
Lisa,
I
you
mean-
can change your name.
Well, Lisa is not my government name, so
So you out here running different names?
I got
Yeah.
various different aliases. In fact, on all 3 of the main credit bureau reports, I have a different name.
Oh,
I
y'all
never-
heard that, right? Y'all heard that, right?
Yeah, y'all ain't gonna get me. You can't find me.
She wearing different people's hair.
Oh. I'm learning some. So it also comes from the word magis, Latin magis. It's a Latin word. It means more or greater, and then it comes down all the way to what some Society of Jesus. Magis refers to the philosophy of doing more for Christ, and therefore doing more for others.
Ain't no, hey,
Nothing to do with slavery. Oh.
first of all, right? I'm gonna be real, okay?
You be real. Oh, can I be send-off?
No.
Cypress Hill. You're Be Real. I'm Send-Dog. Cypress Hill.
Shut up, Lisa.
Okay.
That's what the chat said.
Hey, Lisa, hit me up with this video. Lisa sent me this video about some individuals marching in Mount Rushmore with some weapons. You want to play that video, Lisa?
Oh, my
Yeah,
God.
it's not Mount Rushmore. It's actually in Georgia.
That's in
What is-
Texas.
No,
Texas?
it's in Georgia.
Okay,
It's what
I
is the
thought that
name
was
of
in
that?
Texas.
No, it's in Georgia. It's Stone Mountain, Georgia. Stone Mountain State Park.
Oh, stomach.
Oh, was it? Oh, yeah, it is in Stonewall. Okay, I see it, yeah.
People
Hey,
believe-
first of all, these people are stupid.
No, people believe this is a place where members of the KKK clan gets together every year.
Nonetheless, it's 200 people. They're all armed and they're yelling, they're asking for, I guess, the KKK, I don't know, whoever to come out and play. And so it's
I don't
very
see no white militia. So to the
little
boogie boys, the 3%ers, and all the rest of you scared ass
because
rednecks, we here.
they're asking for a fight. If they weren't asking for a fight, then I'll be like, oh, look at them. expressing their muscle, you know, showing off their muscle. But because they're asking for a fight, it makes it a little scary.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, if they're the same people that marched in Texas, or pretty much the same people that marched in Texas, I'm gonna tell you what I feel about them and how I feel they might be a little racist. So,
The black people or the people in Texas?
these are black people, right? In the black.
Yeah, I was asking who were you saying is a little racist. I was sorry.
So, I saw the people marching. Just because you black, you know what I'm saying, you know, you can still be racist, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The ones that marched in Texas, I believe, you know, they were like, you know what, we're tired of all this, you know, bring those white people out here. You know, we ain't gonna do that. Once you go ahead and name a specific race,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying, that makes you racist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's not about you saying, hey, we tired of injustice, period. But when you go ahead and name a race and you telling, hey, I just want to fight this particular race, that's like me saying, hey, yo, bring these. I'm not saying this. Don't go ahead, take a particular part of my vernacular and cut it, but take these Hispanics out here. I'm not saying that. You know what I'm saying? So it makes you racist. And if you say that, then I'm not with you. But if you marching out there and you say, I am tired of the injustice, you know, like the Black Panthers, they were tired of injustice. I'm not familiar because I'm too young and I'm uneducated on exactly the speeches that they said. So I'm you know, I can't really strive for them and say, hey, you know what? I believe in every speech they said. But if they said everything, what I'm saying, they just talked about injustice, they talked about inequality, and being tired of that, then, you know, that's the right way to, you know, to protest. So that's,
you know, before Malcolm X had his awakening and he saw the truth in everything, he used to walk around with an army as well, but he never went and said, come at me, bro. He basically had an army in case people tried something. And that's why I was perfectly okay with them expressing or, you know, showing their muscle, but you can't ask for a fight. Like, that's not going to end well for anybody.
Now who were they asking for a fight from?
They were I think they just said like white people or I don't think they specifically said the KKK, even though I know that the KKK goes there. The KKK goes there and have their peaceful protests. I hate to say peaceful protests when I'm describing the KKK,
okay, hey,
but
I'm
it's
okay.
not violent.
I'm okay for them to ask for the KKK. Believe it or not, I'm okay for them to say, hey, bring the KKK.
No, because why would you want that if it was going to result in violence?
What you talking about? Let them kill themselves out. I don't give a damn.
No. Why would you want there to? Because it's like a domino effect. It'll start with that particular situation in Stone Mountain, and then it will trickle out throughout the country. And then next thing you know, we're in a full blown racial civil war. So why would you ever want that?
Have you looked at America?
I look at it every day.
When did you not think that we were in a racial civil war? What are we talking about right now?
If you think that this is a racial civil war, then you are going to be extremely, extremely surprised when it actually happens.
So, okay, you know what? Let's build this. Okay. I like where you're coming from. So we were never, since you're Miss Historian, America has never been in a racial civil war?
In a racial civil war? No. We have not been in a race war. No, we have not.
If you are you talking Diesel, are you talking when the are you talking maybe you're referring no, I think there's one. The
If you're talking about the civil rights movement, that's not a race war.
What was that?
That you're actually in the military and you don't know how
I asked you a question.
You don't know what war is.
Tell me what that is.
You were in the military and you don't know what war is.
Tell me what war is. Go ahead.
Okay, well, war would be more violent, more weapons, more dead bodies, a lot more chaos and confusion. The civil rights movement, although it was great, it was influential, it was a necessity.
So wait a minute.
It was not a war.
So wait a minute. So
it was not a war.
So the Cold War was more violent, more.
No, the Cold War was not a war.
But it said the Cold War.
Who said Cold War?
What? What they say? What do that? Let me look it up.
They call it a Cold War, but it was not a war.
So what? Actually, so what they call it?
You know what? You know what? Hold on.
What they call it?
Hold on. Whoa.
What they call it? The cold.
Can you let me explain something?
They call it the cold pandemic. What they call it?
Well, I'm trying to answer your question, but you won't be quiet.
Hold on. I see.
Can I answer your question?
I'm looking it up right there. It says that.
Can I answer your question?
But I see what it says. It says.
So no, I can't answer your question. Okay.
Okay, my bad. Go ahead.
Okay. So it was a Cold War that actually had wars. Do you remember an area called Eastern Europe? So we had all of these proxy wars. Oh, and I'm sorry, in Korea. All of these proxy actual wars that were a part of the Cold War. We had proxy wars all over the globe. Those were actual wars. I mean, do you know the death count in the Korean War? And that was a part of the Cold War. Eastern Europe, I mean, it was left and right, do or die. You're gonna be a democracy or you're gonna be a communist country. All over Eastern Europe, it was insane. That's a war. Now, again, I don't want to take away from the significance of the civil rights movement, but I just want you to understand that that's not a war.
I think that there
war
was
is such a strong word.
I think there was a war based on race, and that's back to the 10th Cavalry Regiment, the Indian Wars, when the there was, there were Indians that were hunted because they were Indians, and then the 10th Cavalry, which we know who the 10th Cavalry was in the 1800s, is the Buffalo Soldiers. They helped tremendously to capture Indians and slave them. So slaughter them.
So I'm looking at right now. I'm looking at casualties in the Civil War. Right? Is that what we're talking about?
No.
What are we talking about? You said not the Civil War? Oh, civil rights. Civil rights.
The civil rights movement was not a war.
Okay. So all right.
So the Civil War was not a war on race, so that doesn't count either.
Okay, civil rights.
But the closest thing, I guess, would be like what Ricky was referring to. I mean, you have the War of 1812,
the Indian Wars.
You have that little side Indian war going on in the Midwest.
They were trying to expand, to the West.
Yeah.
41 people were killed.
In the civil rights movement?
Yep. Doesn't
sound like a war now, does it?
That sounds like a lot of people. What the fuck?
41 people?
You ready to kill 41 people? You savage, bro.
I mean, 41 people.
You savage,
41
bro.
people, that's like a Chicago Friday night.
Wow. You a savage.
Hey, go ahead.
41 people, that's like a Chicago Friday night.
Wow, bro. You might have this one. Savage. But go ahead, get your point off.
But yeah, so again, please understand, I'm not trying to take away or minimalize the civil rights movement. I just think that using the term war or race war is making it's the wrong terminology. It is not a war. We have not had one yet, but I can feel one approaching, especially if Joe Biden wins. It will be approaching a lot sooner than later. You heard it here, folks. I've been
the
right
reason
so far.
I think the reason for that is because the Democratic Party have no control of their constituents. You know, they just don't have control of them. You know, you wanted to have a chat, go ahead. We call it the summer of love. You know, that's what the mayor of Seattle was calling that shit. And guess what? Don't they kill the young adult, you know, a Black American guy?
Yep.
And then what they did? Well, what they did? Oh, still in the summer of love. You know, she don't even call the father of that kid. It's a joke. But anyway, guys, I got Heavy Waters right here on the phone. Heavy Waters, what's going on, brother? Tell me something, bro. Heavy Waters, tell me something.
Hey, good evening. Just enjoying some nice weather for once. There's a little bit of a heat wave up north, so nice out sitting outside with my queen. And I want to sneak a call in before I get the rest of the night to her. And the Civil War stuff got me. Yep.
Yeah.
You know, by the way, Diesel, happy anniversary. I hope you had a good anniversary with your wife.
Appreciate it.
Congratulations.
12 years.
But hey, so I ran my mouth a while back, and I told you that I was going to think about some solutions that I thought for race, because when I heard you talking about getting rid of the master sweep and stuff, I'm like, man, is that like really high up on the list for, you know, what our priorities should be as a country? So to start, I think this Black Lives Matter movement, I think it's great if it was honest, but I think it's being leveraged for you know, malicious intent, which is just strictly someone else's will to power. I think that they're dividing races more than they're helping out the Black community, as Ricky was talking about black on black crime in Chicago, stuff like that. There's some real things that I think everybody needs to focus on. Black, white, Hispanic, everybody needs to focus on making the country a better place for everybody. It doesn't matter what color they are. But I don't think Black Lives Matter is an honest movement. I think it's taking a real problem and it's leveraging it at a certain time during the course of our political calendar, leveraging it at a certain time, and just really abusing a just cause in many ways, a just cause, but you know, leveraging that, and I think that that's kind of gross. So, I mean, that's the first thing that I've been thinking about. But as far as always talking about problems, I said I'd get back with some solutions, and I have been thinking about it a lot. And there's a really great academic. His name's Thomas Sowell. Thomas Sowell or Thomas Sowell? I don't know how it's pronounced exactly. He's a Black guy. He's been writing books since the 70s. He was a professor, I think. He's a fantastic author. Writes about economics, writes about race, writes about everything in America. And one thing that he brought up was how since slavery, you know, the Black families have become less and less nuclear, right? So I was thinking that would just be something again to focus on. How can we make that better? And going back to how Black Lives Matter gives all that money to the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party is the party that passes those kind of laws. And as much as I think it was a great idea, I think it's proven to be a failed experiment. I think that welfare gives young single women too much of a easy path to independence. And I think that although that it's kind of tricky because it sounds good that a woman should be able to walk away from a bad situation, but I feel like families it's not easy work to be a family. It's not easy work to be a husband. It's not easy work to be a wife. It's not easy work to be a parent. And I feel like that giving people an easy way out of that with welfare and stuff like that for single mothers is, I think it's been more destructive. I think it's done more harm than good. So that was one thing I thought to fix. And the other thing I was thinking about is how the single parent situation causes so much destruction for the community, not only for that child or for that family, but for everybody else that, you know, that, I don't know, that feels the ripple effect. So I was thinking about how the Big Brother program and stuff like that. I think all this Black Lives Matter money that's going to politicians, maybe it would be better if you know, community members say, hey, let's pump that money into something like the Big Brother program or something. You know, be a father for a kid that doesn't have one, that sort of thing. And then to top it all off, which who knows if this is never going to get fixed, but the drug war. You know, locking up mostly guys for drugs. And I think that those are the main things that I was thinking about. The drug war fucks people. I think the welfare state's broken up families, and that I think that you can find data for that. And I think that we're also distracted with things like what words are okay to say or what phrases are racist and stuff like that. So that's all I got.
Man, Heavy Waters, I got to tell you something. Me thinking back when I was back in PR. I just recently married my wife. I'm about to join the military, and she goes to the welfare office. We went through some difficult times, and then she goes over there. And she's like, "Hey, I'm applying for welfare. Money's tight. Got no money. Husband is going to the military in a couple months. He's not working right now." And then the lady over there told her, "Hey, I know that what you say, but I mean, if you were married, you will qualify for more money, If you were divorced she was like, it's not that we're gonna go and check in your house, but if you were divorced, you're gonna put $250 more in your pocket." And I'm like, I think that since that moment, we are Republicans. I'm telling you, because all this welfare shit comes from this toxic leadership that Democrats have been pushing on the thrust of Black America since the 60s. And then let me tell you something more. When you talk about the nucleus of the family, and you talk about family, and I look at the mission statement right here of Black Lives Matters, and they come here and says, "We disrupt the Western prescribed nuclear family structure requirement by supporting each other as extended family and villages that collectively care for one another, especially our children." So we disrupt the Western prescribed nuclear family structure. What is that? Husband and wife, kids together. That's not what they want, So I'm with you when what you're saying, Heavy Waters, man. Go ahead.
And there's polls that Thomas Sowell.
With that last statement that you said, that's also the platform of the Democratic Party. Because remember, especially in the 80s, they always had that phrase, "It takes a village." That's what they're talking about.
Right.
So it's not exclusive to Black Lives Matter. That's actually the Democrat Party.
I texted that earlier today. It comes straight from a Nazi Germany book. It's textbook. It's ridiculous.
Oh, one big thing I forgot, Ricky. Speaking of the Civil War, which is why I wanted to call in to begin with, was back to what Lisa had been. I think me and Lisa. I never talked to Lisa because I always agree with her, so I end up focusing my attention elsewhere. But Lisa touched on this, and Ricky, sounds like your history is pretty good too. Bringing up the Indian War off the top of your head, I thought that was a good example that I didn't think of as far as like what a racial war had actually been.
I just gotta say thank you to Excelsior College, man.
But what about I think the education is big because like Diesel thought like there was this huge faction of like Southern Confederate white racists, and it just wasn't about that. I saw another comment say that the Civil War was about slavery, but in fact Lincoln was racist, man. He was super, super racist. He wanted to ship blacks down to South America. He didn't want them to stay in the country. He didn't want the bloodlines to mix. And you can look that up for yourself. And then the other thing too is he personally wrote every governor of a southern state and said, if you join the Union, you can keep your slaves. Like that's
in the Emancipation Proclamation.
He wrote
by the way, what you just said is in the Emancipation Proclamation. Anybody can read the Emancipation Proclamation, and it's there.
So it's kind of sucks. Like I'm not happy to tell you that. Like it'd be nice to believe that at some point in time, there was a big group of people who cared about, black slavery in America, but there wasn't. It was a war on agriculture, and I don't know what to make of it. But my only point is that how can we know where we are if we don't know where we came from? It's kind of that kind of cliche deal where it's like you got to have your history straight if you want to know. And I'm not saying that I'm a historian, man. I got a lot of reading to do before I can tell people what's up, but I know a little bit, and I just kind of wanted to share it is all.
Yes, Heavy Water. I agree with everything you just said.
Yeah, on point, man. Good on point, man. Thank you so much. Thank you for calling Heavy Waters, guys. Thank you so much, Heavy Waters.
Goodbye,
hopefully,
Heavy Water. You know what I'm
hopefully
saying?
see you soon.
I was on your side until you said you agree with everything that Lisa says, so I'm good.
Have a good night. Thanks.
Have a good night, brother.
Good night. What's wrong with what I say, especially with regards to historical information?
Hey, we're gonna talk offline. You know what I mean? Because now you've hurt my heart. You took my best friend Heavy Water from me. You know, him and I pitched marbles. We played cards together, and now you want to take him from me too. First it was Sean, now it's him.
Oh my
Jeez
God.
Louise.
Hey, you want to know something about cards?
What?
So
you don't know how to play?
I know how to play spades. I'm just not very good with the bidding, but I dominate.
So that means you don't know how to play.
Hold on, but I dominate in games like hearts, gin, and canasta. So anyways, I'm very good at old folks games.
Hey, but I posted the in the chat for my old friend. He's not my friend anymore, I guess. Heavy Water. I posted it in the chat. It's a YouTube video of who was he talking about? Thomas Sorrell. It's Sorrell. Yeah, Sorrell. Whatever. It's about 53 minutes long. It's an interview, I guess, and he talks about whatever he's talking about. But I if you guys are in the chat, go ahead and look at it on your own leash. Of course, don't get off the video and look at it right now. But go ahead and it's a good look. And thanks to Heavy Water. Next time he'll just give me more props than what he did when he came in the chat just now.
Oh my gosh.
He's part of Diesel Nation. Come on, baby.
And then what else happened over the week?
Oh, what do you mean? What else? We got the where's the youth?
Can we give a quick plug here about Trump's 4th of July speech at Mount Rushmore? I always want to say Mount Trashmore because there's a Mount Trashmore that's it's up hard, but Mount Rushmore.
Can we talk about Mount Rushmore? And I don't, just a quick Mount Rushmore thing. Mount Rushmore was built on sacred. It was built on sacred ground. You are aware of that, right?
And when was it built on sacred ground?
I don't know. I'm not Mrs. Historian, but it was built on sacred ground. I know that. Right?
When?
I just said I don't know, so that negates me from answering that question.
Okay, I thought it was my topic anyway, but go ahead.
But so, do you think that it is appropriate for him to do that at Mount Rushmore, or like at this time?
What's different about this time?
When people look into things like that, like, oh, he should have never did it here because he's racially insensitive.
He has to be scared, and he has
I'm
to
asking
hide.
a question. No, stop being facetious.
I'm being very serious. Do you think that is a leader, a leader that will be intimidated?
Nobody's saying that. Okay. I'm saying you have to think about doing the PR thing. It's not about being scared and running around, whatever. You know what the right thing to do or what the right thing you think you should do. Do you think, being the fact that this was built on sacred ground, this is a racially wound up nation now, do you think he should have done it there? Or do you think
did you question Barack Obama when he did it?
No matter, it wasn't do you think no matter where he did it, he would have been damned he did it, damned if he did?
I think it doesn't matter where he did it. Somebody would have had a problem with Trump doing something for the 4th of July. Okay. I mean, there were people advocating strongly to not celebrate the 4th of July at all because apparently America's independence is racist.
Okay, this is why I'm asking the question.
But because he's on doing it at Mount Rushmore, it totally doesn't matter. I understand that it's on sacred ground, and the Native American population, I believe up there, it's the Lakota and the Dakota. Well, basically just say the Sioux Nation. Sioux Nation consists of 5 different tribes. You shouldn't just refer to them as the Sioux, because the Sioux is actually 5 different tribes. You should kind of say what they are, just to be political.
Right.
But anyway, so I think it's the Sioux up there. And yes, it is sacred ground. However, that Mount Rushmore was built a bazillion years ago, and there has been multiple presidents, events, tourists, whatever, that run through there. So all that happened was just because it was Trump. They do a lot of protesting out there, but not to this level. I think they were towing police vehicles. It was insane. And the fact that the media was just blasting Trump. The left, the politicians, everybody was blasting Trump. And Ricky, do you have that clip that I sent you? Basically of Bernie Sanders saying, wow, this place is the shizzle snap. Look how great our country is. So it's cool for Bernie, devastating for Trump. I don't understand.
They're 6-story building.
Let me play for you.
Each one, yeah.
Is that really right?
It is. If you're looking at Washington's nose, the nose alone is 21 feet. He's got the biggest nose. Everybody else is 20 feet.
Senator, can you envision yourself up there one day?
You think there's a location for me right to Lincoln's right there? Well, I see some spots, but this is just extraordinary, and it's a good day to be an American. It's something that we should be very, very proud of.
Does it make you think about leadership in this country?
It does. I mean, you have 4 great presidents up there. That's right. 4 great presidents, but just the accomplishment and the beauty here. It really does make one very proud to be
I think it's towards the end when he talks
an American, and to preserve our natural resources, and to accomplish things like this. What a great accomplishment! And we can do it today, and we can do it in the future. And that people had the vision and the courage to get up there and the ability to do that. That's America at its best. So it's a proud day for me that this is my first visit here to Mount Rushmore.
Well, say, Mr. Black Lives Matter's money grabber.
Yes. So it's just ridiculous that the hypocrisy in our democracy is an atrocity. I love saying that.
That should be on your signature block on your email, so
I wanted to beat what's his name, Reverend Jesse Jackson to the punch. So I'm going to coin it before he does.
That is correct. And I want to remind all you guys watching, if you're watching now, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe to the channel on YouTube and Facebook, guys. We are here for you guys. This is our channel. So we're doing pretty good, guys. Today we are almost at 1,800 subscribers. Once we hit 2,000 subscribers, we have an Amazon gift card right there that we're gonna do a giveaway as soon as we hit 2,000 subscribers, which is pretty good. So give you guys something based on what's going on. So anyway, guys, so the something else I want to talk to you guys is something that a friend of mine posted. I'm gonna find it real quick. And it got me thinking, because this guy usually he posted, common sense things, let me bring it up. Where it's at right here. Goya CEO praises Trump at the White House.
Yes.
Backlash is swift. Come on, Goya. Yeah, I like my Goya. I like my seasoning. Hey.
Gotta get adobo.
Gotta get it.
It changed my adobo. Changed my life. It changed my life. Oh my gosh. I'm not Diesel. Trust me, the fried chicken ain't tasted No better since I started using adobo.
My gosh. Let me bring you something. Listen to this.
Delicious though.
Listen to Judge
Cancel
Jimmy.
culture strikes again. Goya Foods
the best fried chicken
is refusing to apologize in the face of a liberal boycott of his food company.
I'm from the Caribbean.
After he said America was, quote, blessed
you get in
to
the
have a
Goya,
leader like President
I
Trump.
call it the Goya owl.
It's suppression of speech. In
okay.
2012.
So I'm Southern and I'm Black, so we got our Lowry seasoning.
The Goya owl.
I'm sorry, but the Lowry season does not hold a candle to adobo.
Hey, you know who's getting upset about this? Lowry. You know who's getting upset about this? White liberals are being upset about this. You know,
what? Adobo?
Oh yeah, white liberals are upset that that the Goya CEO supports Trump. I mean, what else? You know, what else? Let's see what he's about to say right here.
All right, Greg. So here we have a guy who's been to the White House with Obama, White House with Trump. This time he goes in support of the Hispanic initiative that provides access for education and entrepreneurial outreach. And he gives 2 million cans of food for those who are needed during this pandemic. Does the left hate Donald Trump so much that they don't want Hispanics to get help, or poor Americans who are suffering right now to get food?
And let me tell you something. We are the vast majority Hispanics, and these elections depends on our vote. So if you're Hispanic out there watching, it depends on you too.
Their hatred for Trump trumps their love for the poor. The best part about this story, one of the boycotters is Lin-Manuel Miranda, whose play Hamilton became a movie and is now under fire for glorifying a slaveholder.
That's another one.
So it shows you what happens when you're threatened by the mob. You either fight back or you roll over.
Fight back or roll over. What do you think, guys? What do you think about this situation that we are seeing every day?
Everybody rolls over. Nobody wants to be canceled. Everybody's afraid. I'm so sick of people not having backbones. Like, having backbones is how we're going. Not having backbones is how 6 million freaking Jews died in the Holocaust.
That is
because
correct.
The German people did not have backbones. They all rolled over.
They started by taking their weapons.
That's what's happening here. Oh, I'm so tired of it.
They started taking their weapons, and then it went to let's take your schools, let's take by we're gonna put you in these jobs, and then before we know it, they were
books,
like
take down statues, rewrite history.
Yeah, they were lining up. They were lining up like the Taino Indians in Puerto Rico. I want my reparations. I'm telling you, if somebody gonna get the money, I'm gonna get my money before nobody else. I'm telling you. I'll be the first one applying for that money, and I'm not gonna pay no taxes on reparations. Don't think I'm gonna pay taxes, because that would be me paying myself. Is that correct?
Well, yes, if you're a taxpayer and not a tax refunder.
Yeah, no. I want my money. I'm
a taxpayer. I'm not a tax refunder, so I have a lot to say about these reparations. No.
Diesel looks confused right there. I don't know if he's here or there at the house. Diesel, what's going on? Come on, unmute it.
Hey, I got a question here.
All right.
All right. So, all right. So you tell it. All right, hold up.
Get your thoughts together.
Hold up, dog. Hold up, because there was a lot of information thrown to my left and my right. I you know what I'm saying? The
tag team back again.
Yeah, man. Woo,
there we go.
Boy.
There we go.
The conservative twins to my left and my right.
Damn.
They hit me up, bro. The conservative duo. I'm gonna call y'all the conservative the concrete conservative condiments.
Consortium.
Okay? Whatever. I can't say that word. Anyways. Right? So you telling me because the statue, hold on, let me look at these. You telling me because the statues are coming down, that we are repeating what the Holocaust did? So hold that.
Okay.
And you telling me that I'm looking your way, Rick.
Go ahead.
That the Hispanic vote and the Goya products is the deciding factor on Trump getting elected?
I got to tell you, we got 18% of the votes in America. I mean, it's a fact. It's a fact that after, that these elections is going to be decided by Hispanics. Done. Simple as that. Do you think that Trump needed the Hispanic or the black vote to win the first elections? No, because we were at 14, and then blacks were at 15, but now we are 18%. So these elections are gonna be based on where the Hispanics puts their votes. What do you think about that?
Okay.
These numbers.
Well, let me get hold on. I want Lisa to answer the answer the question I posed to you earlier.
Okay. So it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be a Holocaust, but we will be living in some. Now, mind you, to me, there is a slim difference between communism and fascism. And if you need me to explain that, I can. But it will lead us to some sort of fascist or communist government, because everybody keeps looking the other way. The less desirables will be taken out. That is why in these places where there's a lot of rioting and a lot of violence and the dismantling of the police departments, it's because people are looking the other way. People do not have a backbone. People are not standing up to the government that's allowing it to happen. And the government is allowing it to happen because instead of them doing a trail of tears to get rid of their less desirables, they're just letting their less desirables take out each other. Because I'm telling you, it cannot happen without the government being complicit. The government has the National Guard, which is far better armed than the local citizen. They're far better armed than the gang banger. So the government is 1,000% complicit in all of this. In them painting the Black Lives Matter and this and that, that's them being complicit. This is 1,000% intentional. This is 1,000% what happened prior to Nazi Germany, prior to, if you go back to prior to World War I.
Okay.
This is what
Lisa.
happened. What happened in Austria?
All right. You're long-winded there. All right. Okay. Whew. All right. So the question I gotta ask both of you. All right. Let me point both of you. If Trump gets reelected, do you think he will solve anything?
Let me answer that. Let me answer it to you. So systemic racism is not gonna be resolved by one president. We all have to put into ourselves to help our communities, to help our schools, because you gotta teach young kids. Once you're rotten, once you're an adult and you have that shit on your mind, you're garbage. You gotta start with kids. You gotta reform the education system. You gotta make people proud of being who they are. We need to eliminate all these hate wars that we have in our own neighborhoods, like in our backyards, because kids don't see past the neighborhood, maybe their city, maybe the state, but I would say the city. We need to help mayors to influence young individuals when they need it, when they're young. I'm saying from 5 or maybe 3 to before 15, so they can create and have a solid backbone. That's what we want from these young adults, to go through life, create a strong backbone. The next thing that Trump is going to do is he's going to come back and he's going to give us, for the second time, the two-timer. We're going to call him the two-timer. He's going to give us the best.
I think he's already been called that before in his life, but
Yeah, he's gonna give Black America and he's gonna give Brown America what we needed: more jobs, okay, better ways to come to this country legally for all these people that come from South America, for any other places. He's gonna give us people like you and I and Lisa that work for a living. It's gonna give us some good advantages so we can continue. Putting our money into the SSI, which by the way is like $900 per month. It's crazy. And then once we are 65, 70, whatever, we can elect for that. Our 401k is gonna be good to us, But if we select Biden, he will not be able to reel the people in because people already lost their respect for them. Okay, look at what happened. Look at what happened with the mayor of Seattle. She went over there. She gave everybody what they wanted it. The summer of love. And what happened as soon as she said send the police because they killed one blind young individual? What happened? They wanted her thrown out of the office. I'm telling you, man. That's my response.
So the question is, if Trump is giving brown people, Black people, when will the Caucasian people say, what about us?
I think
currently they're saying, I'm so sorry about us. So.
Yeah, the last thing I saw was were two Caucasian kissing some people's boots in Atlanta, Georgia.
I think they're gone.
Yeah,
they're gone.
Yeah. If you see a Black Lives Matters rally, 70% of the people are white liberals who hates Donald Trump. Who, by the way, they are not the majority. They are not the majority. 73 people Caucasians, 18% whites, Hispanics. I'm telling you, man. Latinos for Trump.
So you're telling me the majority of white people are going to vote for Trump?
I don't think so. I think 40% of them will do. And then I think 50 to 40% of Latinos, because most Latinos come here to work. They will vote for Trump because we know that Trump brings jobs. So that rather is a landslide to win.
So 40% going to vote for Trump for what? Because Trump is keeping money in their pocket?
I think
what we want a president. That's what we want. We want a president.
Money in their pocket.
There's two things. There's two things I need a president for. Okay, to get my military ready, and he's doing it. And second, make sure that we have jobs. Because the worst thing that a hardworking individual, the worst thing that you can have as a working individual is waking up every morning thinking about, is my job gonna leave next month? Is my contract gonna be renewed? Is my that's the way it is.
Okay. All right. So I had to compartmentalize all the information y'all was throwing because Lisa went complete left field. You went into the bleachers.
I didn't go into the bleachers. I'm just keeping it real.
I literally said Lisa. See, she can't even keep track. I said Lisa went left field. I said Rick went into the bleachers. Okay.
Oh, I don't play baseball, so I don't know the difference.
Glenn, if you want to call in, please go ahead and call in. The number is listed on the chat. And anyone else wants to call in, if you guys can't see, the number is 520-261-7246. Go ahead, call in. Let's hear your point of view. We got a couple of things about half an hour or so, right? So we got a couple more topics to talk about. It's a long weekend. We definitely want to go ahead and talk about things we haven't spoken about for a long time. We haven't seen you guys or heard you guys for a long time because of work. We took a nice work holiday. I've missed everyone. I've missed Heavy Water. Apparently Heavy Water has been taken away from me by Lisa.
The truth. The truth.
No, he'll come back to my side. He'll come back to my side. He'll see my truth.
Hey Diesel.
Carpenter, what's going on?
I have something else to
somebody else to take?
No. It's just like what Ricky said about the left and the Democrats. And I just want you to, in case you did not know, because we now realize that Black Lives Matter is a Marxist movement. We know that Bernie Sanders is a Marxist. We know that AOC is a Marxist. The far left is taking over the Democratic Party. Well, just in case you did not know, if you read the Communist Manifesto written by Karl Marx himself, before there is a communist takeover, you have to have some sort of revolution.
Hey Lisa, give me 1 second. We have Glenn. We have Glenn on the line right now. Glenn, this is your son now, buddy. This is your son. I'm telling you. Thank you so much for calling, Glenn. The line is yours.
Yeah, no problem. It's always good to come on and talk a little bit. But yeah, I agree that with you, Ricky, that it's not one president's job. I mean, granted, I do think that the Hispanic vote is going to be a big push to what's going to go on, but it's up to each and every one of us to take care of the lives, our communities. You know, what Trump does up on his power, you know, yeah, it does affect a lot of people, but actually my day-to-day life, it doesn't affect me that much. Not as much as someone who's really close to me.
Close the door, please.
So, yeah, I think everybody just needs to look out for people around them, you know, and just take the moral high ground. And with the whole Nazism, I think that groups are dangerous. That's how the Nazi Party started, is group mentality. And it's been proven in studies that groups are more than not wrong, where individuals are more than not right. So they're right more often, an individual versus the group. So,
you know, Glenn, let me bring something to you. You know, just the same way that some Caucasian people in America, because you see what happened online, where you know everybody has a camera, everybody's trying to put anybody on TikTok. You know, the same way that whites are afraid to go and approach Black American. You know, some blacks are afraid to approach white people for the same factor. You know, I just want to throw that out there, man.
Oh yeah, you know, definitely. I agree with you. You know, there's a huge divide with, you know, just races. For instance, white people feeling, you know, able to talk about the issues at hand, and black people being around white people, and you know, there's a huge factor of non-trust in America. Different races, but I think that more of a homegrown approach is going to add more trust. You know, it doesn't matter what Donald Trump does. If I don't trust my neighbor, I don't trust my neighbor.
You know, that's a great. That's a great
do you
point.
think that that's just human nature, that we are instinctively tribal, that America's experiment of being the melting pot may not be working out in the long run?
What do you mean by melting pot?
Well, we're a nation of immigrants, and you know, just trying to blend and mix, and you know, maybe it's good, you know, idea, but maybe just the human. I think a lot of people forget about human nature, just the core of being a human being, the animalistic quality of us. I mean, you know, like leopards don't get along with cheetahs. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do. You know, like I feel as though more people need to walk around and view themselves as human beings, not as I'm white, not as I'm black, not as I'm Asian, not as I'm Hispanic. I'm human being. in doing so, we're going to be able to look at other human beings as just human beings. Looking at, myself as I'm white, well, that puts a rift between me and someone who's black, maybe. And that's not a good thing to have.
I agree with that. I just think that you don't have the same experiences in other countries. Well, I guess the best way to think about it is like, look at Russia, look at China, look at Japan. Those three countries are also our oldest civilizations that are still around. And they are extremely, extremely tribal. They support their border, language, and culture as no other. And that's why they're thousands and thousands and thousands of years old, and they'll probably be around after America's long gone.
Yeah. I don't know everyone's situation, and I'm not saying that this is, hey, everybody subscribe to this. Everybody thinks you're a human. That's not going to happen. I already know that. I'm just saying that because I know you guys are woke individuals, and you guys would understand that.
Labels.
But yeah,
I don't like labels.
Hey,
Woke
I'll take
individual.
it. I'll take
Woke
it.
individual.
Just stay woke.
I've never been asleep. I have insomnia. True facts.
No, she. Hey, look, she stay asleep. I appreciate you, Glenn.
Yes, Glenn.
Thank you so much, Glenn. You have a good night,
Your
brother.
comment, and I love your insight.
Bye.
And that was Glenn right here, guys. Glenn Carpenter. Thank you so much for calling, man. So, guys, I think we're coming to the end of the chat, of the podcast, of the live stream. I think we did a good job today. How everybody feels. Any final thoughts?
I needed this. This is definitely therapy for my soul. Talking to you guys, I missed you guys.
We miss you too, bro.
I finally got my. I don't care what you say, Lisa. Shut up, Lisa. The chat says shut up. I got my rig up. I'm feeling confident. My household goods come next week. Things are up and up. So I hope you guys are doing swell. And, I'm happy that even through pandemic, we're working and we're getting stuff done.
Right.
The channel is growing. The fans are still out there. Where they're calling us woke. I love it. Glenn, thank you for your contributions. Heavy Water, thank you for being Lisa's toy, I guess. Thank you everyone else for showing up. Sean, we didn't see you, but thank you. You're here in spirit.
Shit. Yeah, I want to say thank you two guys. You guys make the channel possible. You guys take a lot of off my plate. It's amazing having you guys here. The amount of knowledge you guys bring, experience, charisma, and Lisa, whatever else you're bringing. It's amazing, invaluable. You guys are amazing. So now much love for everybody, man.
Well, I thank everybody for coming out again. If you're new, please subscribe, and of course, everybody, please share. And my coworkers are somewhat cool too.
Come on, some more. Give me some more.
The revolution is coming because it is required for a communist takeover. And Joe Biden, even though I am not voting for Joe Biden will win because it is a necessity for the revolution and followed by the communist takeover.
Shit. All right, guys. Good night. Good night, guys. All right.